Hello, what's going on, guys? It's Fight Season MMA, and today I want to talk about the recent delusion in the tweets of Jon Jones regarding Dustin Poirier and him possibly retiring after the UFC 302, and Jon Jones only wanting to fight Stipe Miocic, which I did already have a video of it possibly being announced for UFC 309 and UFC NYC at Madison Square Garden, but talk about of how Jon Jones does not want to unify the belt. Okay, so recently Jon Jones made a tweet replying to a possible report that Dustin Poirier would be retiring after his next fight at UFC 302. Now, Dustin Poirier said that he doesn't want to climb the ladder again. He can climb the ladder, but this is his last title shot that we all believe versus Islam Makhachev this upcoming weekend, June 1st in Newark, New Jersey. And Dustin Poirier says that he does not want to make the journey up again, and this could possibly be his last fight in the UFC, win or lose. Because we all know that the one thing that Dustin Poirier is striving for is that undisputed championship. Now, Jon Jones replied to a tweet saying this, and he was talking about how the community is mad at him for possibly wanting to retire after his next fight with Stipe Miocic. This is a completely different thing with Jon Jones here retiring after Stipe Miocic, because Dustin Poirier, if he doesn't win, he's not going to be the champion, and Islam is still going to hold the belt, and the division is going to keep moving. Now, if Dustin Poirier does win, if Dustin retires, he's going to vacate the belt and not unify it, because there's not going to be an interim champion. And I'm assuming if there was an interim champion, saying that being Charles Oliveira, or that being Mateusz Gamrot, or Arman Tsarukyan, he would have one more fight in him to unify the belt to truly get that that status of being the champion. Now, Jon Jones is really ducking Tom Aspinall. I don't care what anyone says. I know I had a video that was talking about Jon Jones's fight announcement, and people were saying that Jon isn't ducking Tom Aspinall and all this stuff like that. But Jon Jones does not want to fight Tom Aspinall because I truly think he understands the danger in going up against someone who has that type of skill set, who is not only bigger than he is, but is faster than he is, and yes, might not be good as a wrestler such grappler as him, but could hold his own on the ground with Jon Jones. And this is truly terrifying to Jon Jones, considering that Tom Aspinall is so well-rounded in every single little thing that he does. And I think Jon Jones truly understands that this is not a great fight for him, and that beating up on old man Stipe to get this big paycheck before he runs off into the sunset, it's truly the thing that Jon Jones wants to do. Now, I think that Jon Jones is going to truly fight Stipe Miocic at UFC 309, and then retire there soon after, being one of the biggest fights lost in UFC history, up there with a fight like Khabib and Tony Ferguson never happening. Now, it really needs to happen, and if Jon Jones fought Stipe Miocic, I have Jon Jones wiping the floor with Stipe. Not saying Stipe isn't a good fighter, it's just you look at the age of Stipe Miocic, you see him walking around limping and not being able to hold himself up. I understand Stipe isn't a great individual fighter, but I think once he steps into that octagon with Jon Jones, it could be something like Jon Jones versus Cyril Gane. Just the sheer domination that Jon Jones showed versus Cyril Gane. And I'm not saying strictly in the grappling department, I'm just saying that Jon Jones is a little bit younger than Stipe and has that will to beat Stipe, where Stipe could possibly be going in there just for the money or the ability to say he fought Jon Jones at this time. Now, Jon Jones has really got to get himself under control with talking with the fans, because Jon Jones is going on Twitter talking to MMA fans saying that he is in the right for fighting Stipe, and that he should be fighting Stipe, and that Tom Aspinall does not deserve the shot at fighting himself. Now, this truly is delusional. To say that Tom Aspinall does not deserve a fight with him is super bad, because I think Jon Jones, like I said, he knows that Tom Aspinall is so dangerous to him, and is way more dangerous and way more hungry than Stipe Miocic. You look and you see Tom Aspinall already defending his interim title this summer at UFC Manchester, UFC 304, when Jon Jones isn't doing anything until waiting for UFC 309 because he wants to fight at Madison Square Garden. Now, John Jones is, yes, that's going to be one of the biggest gates in UFC history to see John Jones return versus the heavyweight GOAT in Stipe Miocic. But this fight is 5 years too late. This fight is so late that I just don't understand that John Jones is going to be able to get. It's just not a great fight going at, and it's a waste of time having this fight happen. Where truly, if they wanted the fight to happen, you gotta vacate the belt to let Tom Aspinall run this division himself, which is truly something that needs to happen because Tom Aspinall is the rightful champion right now. Even though it says interim when John Jones is out with his pec injury, he is the rightful champion and he is the person who's leading the heavyweight division that no one wants to fight. Whereas I think that John Jones understands his place in UFC. He understands that the organization will not strip him due to his legacy and his power to be able to go into this next fight with Stipe Miocic is something that he truly understands. Now, John Jones is one of the highest IQ individuals when it comes to fighting, but he is also one of the most petty individuals when it comes to Twitter, when it comes to beating with fans. He just understands that he thinks his strategy and his way of logic is correct, when in reality, John Jones is absolutely in the wrong for not fighting Tom Aspinall, and it is super apparent that it is not happening right now. It is a fight that needs to happen in the UFC organization. It is something that all fans will be affected by if it does not happen. I thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know what you think about this John Jones situation. I think it's truly horrible that a UFC champion is not wanting to vacate the belt. He's holding up the heavyweight division where you got Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blades going down at UFC 304 Manchester, where that could be for the UFC undisputed strap. And John Jones is just wanting to wait for a fight with Stipe Miocic for the championship fight. Now, there's been a lot of people saying that this fight doesn't even need a title on the line, which I think is so true, and we really need to give this belt to Tom Aspinall. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave comments down below, leave a like and subscribe, and I will be uploading very soon with some more content on the way. Thank you guys.